What we have seen on TV, because we all had only TV pictures, this was one of the best dramas we have ever seen. We do see two presidents landing in Anchorage, which is both for the Americans and for the Russians, since the Second World War, a sacred ground. In Anchorage, Russian pilots who got American planes could fly back to Russia and fight against the Nazis. And there's a cemetery with Russian soldiers there, which of course was used by Putin to lay down a wrath. And then even at the press conference, which was before the meeting started, Putin was Lord of the Ring. He sat there, he shaked with the journalists, he was smiling. Putin, kind of godfather, sitting there and let him do it. And it was a reverse summit, because regularly it would have been the case that you negotiate and then you make a press conference and then you make the pictures. This was a very clear thing. Both knew what they would sign at the end, even if it don't sign a document, but both agreed before the whole summit started, and therefore one should have known what the end might be. So the end is, at the end, that Ukraine was a kind of trampoline for the whole thing. They used it as a cause to meet, but Ukraine was in the center of negotiations. In the center of negotiations was a new peace deal between Russia and the US. And it was even the motto that we had seen there, pursuing peace. And for Ukraine it was a very sad moment, because at the end of the day Ukraine wasn't even on the table as a chance to see that they might possibly get a truce or a ceasefire. Nothing was on the table. Mr. Trump could fight for American economic interests, which was good for him. He could say, I've ended the US engagement in a war which isn't ours, and by the way, which was caused by Mr. Biden. And in this he was even seconded by Putin. And Mr. Putin got what he wanted. He is back on stage. He could meet with the leader of the Western world, and the two had been in the center stage of today. The Europeans are standing far away even from the sideline. They had neither been invited nor played any role, because whatever Mr. Merz delivered and presented to Mr. Putin before the meeting didn't play any significant role. I would even drop the word significant. It didn't play any role, because it wasn't the point they discussed. For the Europeans it is, I think, one of the last calls to wake up and to start building up the armed forces again, because they have to do anything to show deterrence against the Russians. We might have a window of 4, 5 or 6 years to build up deterrence, to be at least prepared for a Russia which is prepared again to go more westwards. And this is the only chance that Russia might calculate that this would be a very cost-intensive and senseless war. For Ukraine it means that Mr. Zelensky has no space for maneuvering. Either he takes the deal or he leaves. And one thing is for sure, if he leaves the deal, he has no support by the Americans anymore. Neither weapons, nor logistics, nor intelligence. So he must depend on the Europeans, and the Europeans are not able in any ways to jump in the gap which would be open when the Americans leave.